Thoughts and opinions.
All right, thoughts and opinions. What do we got? Welcome back to part 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you were telling me about this legal marijuana thing.
Yes, actually, I'm going to be honest. I only read the article once, so I may...
Well, why don't you tell everybody what you told me, and then I'll go into my gripe.
Okay, well, basically what this is stating... Now, I read this on Yahoo, so if anybody wants to look into it, it is right on Yahoo's main wall there. But basically, California, as we all know, is trying to push to legalize marijuana. Obviously, the feds have a problem with this because it is a federal law. They have a problem with this. Well, they're going as far as, from what I understood and what I read in the article, as we know, California has already legalized marijuana for medical use.
Yeah, well, that's, if you tax it, that's money you can use towards other things like schools and stuff like that.
Right. Well, they've already legalized it for medical use. So, but it's still a federal law to not smoke marijuana.
Sure.
So, from what I caught in this article, I guess there was a company, if you want to call it, that sold marijuana for medical practices, and they were actually arrested. They were, I guess, flamboyant and showing off their money in some way. I think they said that they made like $2.4 million in the first year or two that they were open. Yeah, and they were showing off their money in boxes of how much money they had. So the feds came in and arrested them, and both of them, I think one of them is doing like 22 years in prison. The other one's doing 20 years in prison for the sale and distribution of marijuana.
All right, that's bullshit.
Well, hold on, let me continue. So now the state is still pushing to legalize it for non-medical uses, just, for, you want to smoke a doob, you want to smoke a doob. Mm. Well, I guess the feds are now stating that if they do pass such a law, they will stop giving them federal aid and money. They will also,
of course, why not?
They will start to arrest people who are growing. They will start doing this, start doing that.
God forbid you bring the country back to what it was founded on. You know what I mean? Where there were whorehouses in every town. Americans could.
Well, they weren't whorehouses, Jim. Let's say it correct. They were brothels.
Brothels, whatever.
Right, But anyway, needless to say, problems, more fucking problems. You know what? Let's legalize. I'm for it. I don't think there's anything really wrong with it. If you keep it over the age of 21, if so on and so forth.
If you treat it like alcohol.
Right.
You buy it in an alcohol-based establishment where you can't even be 21. You have to be 21 or over to enter the store. You sell it there, okay? Bottom line is you can't obviously smoke and drink and drive, right? You keep it to the same ground rules as you keep alcohol. You can't drive around with a can of beer in your car, but you can't drive around with a fucking joint in your mouth.
Oh, I hear you, man.
But to have it illegal, something that grows out of the ground, something that, can take people out of pain. You got Percocets, Vicodin. People are in pain all over the country, back pain, all kinds of pain. This marijuana could be used in several... The whole medical marijuana thing, it gets me fucking crazy. You know what I mean? You have to go to a doctor and get prescribed this illegal drug because it's illegal in the first place to deal with your pain, everyday pain that a lot of people have. That's bullshit. All right?
Well, wait, hold on. You're pulling out the card.
I'm pulling out the fucking card on this one because it's crap. But it's driving me fucking crazy. Ken.
I hear you.
It's driving me crazy.
I mean, let's California is getting kind of crafty with it, though. I gotta say that. I also read in this.
Governor Schwarzenegger is trying to push it through.
But
Obama is headbutting them.
Headbutting them, yeah. But so is the DEA and everything else. But let's get down to this. They've also California is like I said, is getting pretty crafty with it. The feds will not really interfere. Like 99% of drug-related or marijuana-related crimes are all done on state level, not federal. Federal only gets involved when it's a very vast quantity or a vast dollar amount of marijuana.
So what you're saying is they actually could distribute it on a small...
Let's put it this way. The state cops and your town cops and everything could overlook a whole lot of stuff because it's quote-unquote legal in their state where the feds can't. But the feds aren't going to necessarily bother unless it's a large amount. So what California is stating is that they are going to legalize or possibly legalize up to 1 ounce on you at all times. They also want to legalize that you can have a crop of 5 foot by 5 foot or something like that, or under 100 plants, because they've noted that the feds only go after people who have over 100 plants growing on their property, or over 1 ounce, I guess. So they're trying to get around it and steer around it a little bit, but I think, if I had to guess, I think they are going to deny legalizing it simply because of federal backing and money.
I heard a saying that kind of stuck with me, and I'd like to say it. Ass and grass pay for class.
All right.
You legalize prostitution and you tax it. You legalize marijuana, you tax it. There's your school tax right there, people. Okay? You know, and then the property tax gets lowered. It's not a hard concept, you know. It's money that we don't have. It's revenue coming in that wasn't coming in before that can use to roads and everything else.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? People will buy it. It's good for the economy. Do it. What's the big deal? You know what I mean?
Listen, I mean,
uptight assholes.
You know, it's, you know, I don't want to go too farther into this, but
Now we're pretty much going to go on to the next.
You know what, people, give us your thoughts and opinions on legalizing marijuana.
Let us hear about it.
Yeah, we want to hear about it. What do you got for me next, Jim?
Well, you want to go into the letter or you want to go into beer of the week?
Let's do the letter.
Let's do the letter. All right. Well, once again, the fans reply.
Fans reply.
Let's see what we got here, Kev.
All right. You reading or am I reading?
You want to read this one?
I'll read this one.
Yeah,
you read
that.
most of them. Puh. Dear yours now. My name is Tom, and I do not wish to mention my age, but I will mention that I am still in high school. Okay. So he says, anyway, there is a girl, and I like her a lot. I am nervous about talking to her, but what do you two think I should do, or how should I go about talking to her? Thanks, Tom.
Listen, Tom, this is what you do. You tell that bitch how it is. Give her a crack. Bend her over the table and have your way with her. Nah.
I think that might put Tom in jail.
Yeah, that's what the cavemen would do, Tom. But no, obviously you have to be a little more feng shui about it. Well, you know, hey, listen. I mean, is this just an ass thing? Are you trying to get laid, or is this a girl that you really care about and you know you're into and you want to date? That's the big question. You know, what are you looking at? What do you want out of this?
Yeah.
You know, if you're just looking to hit it, you know, and well, hey, you know, go up there. Hey, what's up, baby? How you doing? You know, what's going on?
It's been said by many a female that the greatest way to break the ice is walk up to her and say, hey, my name's Tom. What's yours? Jimmy and I have gone a different route. Okay?
Much different.
Much different. We're scared to death.
We are, believe it or not, very shy when
Really?
it comes to the ladies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Chances are I will have her that night, but in the shower.
Repeatedly. In our heads.
And chances are she's going to be a filthy slut.
But we usually didn't have the brass or balls to say anything to her.
Nor the looks, Jim.
But bottom line is we're both spoken for, happily, you know, gents with relationships now. But back in high school, I was a late bloomer, so, you know, I really can't give you much advice here, you know what I mean? Because I didn't talk to any girls in high school. I was a real bitch when it came to that. You know, now it's different, you know. But the ladies man over here, Cap, could give you a thing or two, huh? Mr. What's the lead singer of Blind Mellencamp? What's his name?
Shannon Hoon.
Mr. Shannon, come on.
Well, back in the day, Jim, I have to say I may have been a looker back then. And you know, hey, you know, but I'm rode hard and put away wet now. Times they haven't been kind to me. So, hey, don't touch the Buddha belly. You know, a lot of beer in there. But, you know, Tom, hey, you know what? Your best bet is to play it cool, man. Just fucking walk up to her and say, hey, my name's Tom, what's yours? I think that's probably the most golden way to fucking do it. Grow yourself a brass set and walk up there and do it.
If I could offer you any piece of advice, if I've learned one thing about women over this period of time...
They suck.
Well, the less you seem into them, the more they want you.